everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, hold on a minute. I got to check something out. All right, sorry about that. I just had to go get a cup of coffee. I forgot my coffee in the refrigerator kitchen. How y'all doing? So, let's talk about Miss Foodie. What is she doing now? Well, I've been keeping an eye on Foodie. See if there's anything interesting there. Never have any hope that there is. And Foodie never disappoints that way. There never is anything interesting going on with her. But she did a live today. And good news, everyone. She didn't go on for that long. It wasn't a 6 hour live or a 3 hour live. It went on for an hour. In essence, she spent a good amount of time complaining yet again about different things and talking about how Salah wanted her to get back alley weight loss surgery. Just you know how Foodie does. Jumping from one subject to the next subject, there really is no thought to it. It's just keeping the conversation going. So I wanted to give my thoughts to her thoughts. And there's stuff on Twitter that I'd like to show you. Very interesting stuff on Twitter, courtesy of the Twitter peeps. So you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, so it's time to jump into the Twitter peeps. And I'm actually glad that Foodie didn't do a super long live today because I've got work to do. After I do this react and post it to YouTube, I got to get working someplace else. So we're going to jump into the Twitter peeps. Yes, we are. Let me just go ahead and switch on over. And there's not that much stuff on Twitter. All right, so for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that want nothing to do with the Bird app, I get it. And that's why I do the Twitter peeps for you. That way you guys can keep up with what's going on Twitter without actually having to be there. All right, so let's start out with something positive and fun. Nature is Amazing says this sheep discovering how to use a trampoline is the best thing you'll see all day. Well, kids aren't the only ones who love trampolines. It looks like sheep love them too. That sheep is just having the time of its life. It's saying, I'm really liking this. It's different. I'm not understanding this funky ground, but I like jumping on it anyway. So, a sheep jumping on a trampoline. I know those of you that watch these reacts, you probably didn't expect a sheep jumping on a trampoline, but there you go. Hope it made your day and made you smile today. Blondie says, hey, Foodie Beauty. Hey, stupid. Google is your friend, but sure, no cat litter in Syria. Ugh. Huh. So, all right. Is there cat litter in Syria? Cat litter can be purchased in Syria, particularly in Damascus, at various pet stores and online. Here's where you can find it. In Damascus, we have Furry Friends Pet Shop in Damascus offers pet supplies. Pet Zone My Pets, also in Damascus, carries a variety of pet accessories, food, and litter. Pet Mart Syria is a pet store in Bayad, Syria. Then you've got an online store in Damascus, offers pet supplies, including different types of cat litter. So, Foodie, you're over there being so cheap that you're actually putting sand in Julia's litter box rather than go get real cat litter. When there are places right around you that sell all kinds of pet supplies. Just something for you to know. And for any beezers that wander over here, something that they should know too. So there's options if you have a pet where you can go to get stuff to take care of them. Mrs. Flupa Booty says, oof, she didn't like this one from Living the Good Life. Uh-oh. Living the Good Life says, Foodie, Kiwis doxed you. Oh boy. What'd I say? Didn't I say that in my react last night? Like Girl World will find stuff out, but Kiwi Farms finds it out faster. Looks like it already happened. I'm not going to the Kiwi Farms to find out what they know, but they're letting her know, the Kiwi farmers know something. I'm not interested to know what it is, but they know some stuff. All right. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Foodie Beauty, Chantal, why so tired? You said you cleaned all day, then said you did just enough and refused to deep clean since you won't be there long. True cutie fashion. F. Salah's blank butt, but I hope he leaves you for a wife that gives him everything he wants. Strawberries and Cream says, Salah probably would like more than the bare minimum, though. So in the stream that Foodie did last night, she talked about how the house needed a deep cleaning. Like there was sand and dirt and dust all over the place. And she really didn't do any kind of scrubbing. Here's the thing that's making me scratch my head. Wasn't Salah there for at least 4 or 5 days before she showed up? So he could have cleaned the place up, right? Why didn't he clean the place up? Why was the kitchen so gnarly? He didn't clean up, and she's not going to clean up. Neither one of them are about keeping things clean. So her excuse is, well, I'm not cleaning anything up because we're not going to be there that long. Chantal, it doesn't matter. If you spend a week or 2 weeks in that house, the point is you're staying there, and don't you need a clean surface to put stuff on? I mean, I'm sorry. If I'm staying somewhere, even for a short period of time, I want it as clean as it can possibly be while I'm there. That's just me, though. But she's like, I'm doing the bare basic minimum because I'm not staying here long. Well, so you're going to live in filth just for that reason? Okay, whatever works for you. Nana Spike T says, remember when people laughed windowless studio, then at their window to nowhere, then boom, the luxury fart box happened. Believe me, an upgrade is coming. They can't stand to be laughed at. All right, now y'all check this out. Lean in. Tat Von B says, look at this place you can rent in Syria for 800 USD a month. Why is Buffalo living in such condition? Surely she can afford better. So this is a TikTok that was done by a gentleman. Let me go back here. I gotta turn off the sound. I'm turning off the sound. I'm afraid of copyright and whatnot. All right, so a typical high-end apartment in a high-end area of Aleppo. And this place is for $800 to $1,000 a month, which is not bad. Wait till you guys see this place. It is like a mansion. I'm like, room upon room upon room. Dang. So he's going to do the walkthrough. And this place, there's parts of it that are still under construction. They're still like building it up. I mean, yeah, it does need some work. There's some work with the painting and stuff that needs to be done. Like they're still, fixing it up and making it look nice. Oh, Foodie will probably hate this place though. I can already see a problem. The stairs. She would hate the stairs, but it's gorgeous. It's amazing. Look at all that room. Space. Yes, give me space all day. Beautiful. You can do a lot with a space like that. And the windows open up to something. All right, okay. And this is like the other room. I don't know if there's like another apartment or this is what you get. Like this is for 800 to 1,000, you get 2 rooms. Oh my God. Look at the balcony. Wow. Foodie. Look at this. This is crazy. I mean, you're over in Syria, and for the amount that I'm paying in rent per month here for a studio, look at all you would get over there. Doggone it. Got a great big kitchen. Looks like there's a heater right there. Windows all day. Gorgeous. I could see so much potential in that place. Bathrooms. I'm so confused though about like what rooms are for one unit and what rooms are for other units. I'm still not certain. There's like how does this place work? It seems like there's different stuff scattered everywhere, but man, the rooms are huge. Really big. So Chantal talked about paying $200 to $300 a month. If you were to pay just a little bit more, Foodie, look at what you could get. This might be the upgrade. I don't know. This might be the upgrade that they go to. He says he's working on a house. She says they won't be there long. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If there will be an upgrade in the future. All right. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty's live stream recap. Salah's sleeping, the bathroom stinking, and Foodie skinny, allegedly. Uh-oh. So buckle up, Beezers, because Queen Farrell went live again, but only after making her loyal subjects wait a solid 8 to 10 minutes while she played peekaboo with her camera and mic like it was amateur hour on Twitch. It's giving celebrity lateness with none of the relevance. She finally appears, flopped on the couch, glammed up in full blown filter stuff, giving us the classic melty balloon face with eyelash decals aesthetic. And the mood? Oh, she's mad. Right out of the gate. She says she's tired and won't be on long. At 11 p.m., mind you. Like we should all be grateful she even exists. She then launches into a humble brag about how her amazing neighbors cooked dinner and dessert for her and Salah. Don't worry, she assures, she shared. We gave them some fruit and nuts. Wow. So the neighbors cooked you an amazing dinner and you just brought over some fruit and nuts. You didn't cook yourself and bring over a dish. You didn't offer up any significant food. You just gave them fruit and nuts. How generous are you? We gave them fruit and nuts, she says, as if that offsets the fact that, she clutched those candy bars like Smeagol with the one ring. Foodies share food? Girl, please. Her version of sharing is Salah handing someone on a date pit and calling it hospitality. Then comes the apartment aroma saga. Apparently, the bathroom smells like Satan's armpit. Uh-oh. And instead of, ventilating or investigating the plumbing, her solution is to become a one-woman EPA violation and mix all the cleaning products she owns. A bold move for someone who thinks some Febreze is disinfectant. Of course, Salah is asleep in the other room because he's had another mysteriously exhausting day of doing absolutely nothing and everything somehow at once. She claims she did some cleaning, but plot twist, she did the bare minimum because they're not staying in the apartment anyway. Okay, squatters, writes Art Incoming. Her eyes are so watery during the stream, you think she's allergic to the truth. Claims she's fine, but looks like she just woke up in a food coma with shawarma in her dreams. She's suddenly health conscious again, talking about how she's naturally eating and getting more exercise now that she's in Syria. Sis, it's been a week. The only thing you've exercised is your delusion. Can I just point this out really quick before we go any further? Chantal only talks about getting healthy when she's been on a B moment bender and she's had a major B moment. Suddenly, that's when this talk comes up. It happens every time. We saw her last night. She was having a major B moment. She was shoving food in her face, the candy bars and whatnot, going through all the snack foods and the Indomie. And then all of a sudden, she's aware about her health. That only happens when she has her B moments. I'm pretty sure that Salah woke up the next morning and said, "Where's all the food?" and yelled at her. Maybe that's why she was in a bad mood tonight. And in tonight's hypocrisy Olympics, she whips out the moral compass and lectures everyone on being Islamophobic and culturally, they on it, culturally or ignorant. 2 days after she casually dropped that Chinese people eat cats and dogs. Ma'am, sit down. Ideally on an ice pack because your foot still swollen. Just one, too. But don't worry, she says, it's just from laying down. Meanwhile, that foot screaming uncontrolled diabetes and potential DVT, and she's just like, everyone's overreacting. Sure, Jan. She wraps it all up with the usual, I'm so busy, but everything is private shtick. Translation, I did nothing, I filmed nothing, and you'll get more live stream couch rot and like it. She promises content tomorrow, which, as we all know in Chantal land, is a myth like her healthy pancreas or Salah's real estate career. Same lies, different couch. Well, thank you for that wonderful recap, Perfectly Imperfect. Really appreciate it. D. Angry Scott says, Foodie, why is this kitchen so unbelievably dirty? It looks like it's been through a war and never been cleaned. Salah was here before you, and you claim to have been living in this place for 7 freaking days, and you can't wipe this crap down? Are you preparing food in this poop hole? So, all right, you guys want to see?
I just
Okay.
kitchens,
Hey, Pulpy. Pulpy syntax. Hey, brother.
and we should be grateful to have a kitchen. This conversation is about the struggle being Chantal, not the struggle being the kitchen. Um, I do have to disappear for just one moment. Someone's gonna have to explain to me how.
That counter is filthy. That is so filthy. And it's such an easy fix. You can just get a cloth or a wet cloth or something and wipe it down. Like, there is no excuse for that counter to look like that. It would take all of a few minutes to clean off that counter.
Just how are these countertops this dirty?
Yeah, they're nasty. They got sand or dust or dirt or something all over them. And what else has she got to do all day? Nothing. She got nothing else to do. Is it really so strenuous that she can't take a cloth and just clean things down, like just wipe off the cabinets, wipe off the countertops? If you're living in a space, doesn't it make sense to clean the space? Even if you're there for a week or 2 weeks or a month, you want to be comfortable, right? Clean off the doggone space. You're going to have to use it eventually. Why not just keep it nice and clean? A clean house always makes you feel better. Yes or no? When you wake up and your space is clean, it makes you feel good because it the energy is good for you. If you live in and dwell in and wake up to a dirty house, instantly, when the moment you open your eyes, it'll put you in a bad mood.
I just, like, I don't understand. I could understand if it's been empty for a really long time. I kind of get it, but like Chantal's been there for a week.
Right. A week. You're going to leave it like that for a week. I can see if you just arrived there, like you just flew in or something, and you get there and you're like, I don't even have the energy to deal with this right now. And you take some time and get yourself straight. You get a good night's sleep. And then maybe the next day, you might walk into the kitchen and go, oh, this is disgusting. And start cleaning things little by little as you get energy to do so. But it's been a week. What excuse can you come up with to leave it like that, Foodie?
Like she didn't want to just wipe it down?
Yeah, wipe it
It's
down.
so thick. She's been here a week. I just don't understand. Oh no, I totally understand where it is. I get it. It's in Syria, but I just don't understand how Chantal hasn't managed to wipe it down in a week. It's flour.
You know what that tells me? If she's been there for a week and the countertops look like that, she's not cooking any food on that stove. She's using the fact that maybe the stove is not the best, and maybe the fact that it is dirty and she's not cleaning it as an excuse to order nothing but takeout. That's what. She might be using the excuse to Salah. It's too dirty to cook anything. And this, that, and the other thing. And yin, 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 yin. She doesn't want to cook. She wants to eat her takeout. So dirty counters, not a problem. Gas stove kind of jacked up, not a problem. She doesn't cook anyway. She'll find any excuse and reason in the world not to cook actual home cooked food.
I think it was like this when they arrived. It was more than likely that someone wasn't living in this place until Poopy had to organize it because Chantal decided to surprise him. But I just don't understand how she's been here for like at least 3 days over the course of streaming, and she was here for that one day when she said, "Surprise, I'm in Syria." I just don't. I just all it is confirmation that Chantal doesn't use the kitchen.
Right, right. Confirmation she doesn't use the kitchen. And despite the fact that she comes online and tries to act like a traditional wife, she really isn't one because she's not about a nice, clean home.
that's all it is. Well, that's fun. Well, what's that in the back? Love the cabinets. The stove's missing. Kitchen.
Yeah, listen, I'm not one to criticize. Like, you guys see how I'm living. It's basic. So even if I weren't living basic, if you live somewhere and there are quirks to your apartment, maybe you got a stove that's missing a couple of knobs. If it's still workable, if it's safe, I say I'm not going to look down my nose. We all got to do what we all got to do, right? But Chantal, you were in an apartment in Canada with all of the necessary things except for air. Then you got an air conditioner, so you had an air conditioner. You could have stayed there, and you left all of that to go to Syria to be with Salah. So I have to ask the question, was it worth it? I bet out loud you're going to say, yeah, it was worth it, but inside you're going to feel differently. You don't know how to live in a much more simple, streamlined way. You don't know how to live in a much more humble way. You're someone that you require a lot to be happy. You need a lot of conveniences. You are a woman of excess. Keeping you happy and comfortable requires a lot of food, a lot of water, a lot of air conditioning, a lot of everything. And since you're in Syria, because you require so much, and you being who you are, you're going to get a lot of attention and not the attention that you want. And I don't know if that's going to lead to something, but just understand you're putting a target on your back. I'm just letting you know. You're being way too upfront about yourself. And speaking of Canada, speaking of beautiful Canada, oh, look at this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Canada. Canada, you are majestic. You are gorgeous. Look at you. Amazing. This is what you left, Foodie. You left all of this wonderful nature majesty behind. Insane. You must be out of your mind. You're a YouTuber. And there's so much to see in Canada. There's so much natural beauty. And Canada is so big that you could film forever and never run out of things to film. There's stuff everywhere all the time. And you left behind wonderful Canada. content, cultural, rich Canada to go to Syria. Girl, what were you thinking? But amazing footage of Canada. Amazing. Beautiful water, beautiful mountains, the greenery. It's giving me breath of fresh air vibes. Love it. Mindful Maven says 7 signs you're mentally stronger than you think. Your hardest moments didn't break you. Where others see scars, you see lessons. I like that. I want to share that with y'all. Mean Kitten says Foodie Beauty Kitchen. The cabinets are decent, but the place is dusty and filthy. So, like, there's some shots of the kitchen. That's what the kitchen looks like. We got the couch right beside the fridge. Okay. And again, I'm not making fun of this. I'm not. I'm not judging. I'm really not going to judge here. Nope. No, we all got to do what we got to do. I just will never understand why Chantal left Canada for Syria and was complaining about the apartment she had there when she moved into a place which it's got problems. Let's put it that way. It's got problems. It's got big problems. Tara Lee says, nope, nope, nope. Husband or no husband, I'm not living like that. Looks like an electrical nightmare, and I'm not trusting a gas stove in Syria. At least in Kuwait, she had a working stove, fridge, AC, and a washer and dryer. This place looks like a flop house. Hey, like, I don't know the infrastructure in Syria. I don't know about the gas and how safe it is, but I can understand your concerns. Girl Scout says the stove is effed. Wow, this place is a real poop hole. It's what she wanted. All right, something cute from Yog saying, hey, human, I can do that. The human's doing some stretches, and the chick's like, I can do that. Uh, what you can do, I can do better. Uh, Bored Potty Mouth says, thus far, Syria has provided me with significantly more jaw dropping moments. Sometimes they come every few minutes. Streaming using a solar battery, commenting on a light on a wire, when so many people don't even have electricity or a roof over their head, is a choice. A foodie will always find things to complain about. No matter where she is in the world, she'll always complain. Florida Salt and Sass says her cope reminds me of when my kids were toddlers and they'd want some spicy or hot food, and you tell them no because it's hot, spicy. They'd take a bite and I'd say, see? And watch them choke it down in moderate distress with watery eyes and say, it's yummy. Yeah, they'll never admit when they make a bad choice. They'll just, swallow the pride and keep it to themselves. Nana Spike T says, well, remember, did you say Salah does not like fat people? Yes, it was followed up with, but he loves me. Well, sounds like he's changed his mind. So this clip from Kristen, let's listen.
It's $1,200. Salah wanted me to get weight loss surgery. It's $1,200.
Ma'am, I know you know about this, but I'll remind you just in case you've forgotten. Do you remember the thing that was floating around where he was talking to somebody and he was commenting that a woman over 200 pounds to him was a cow? You are almost 600 pounds. So if a woman over 200 pounds he looks at as being monstrous or beastly, how do you think he feels about you? If a woman over 200 pounds is very, very, very unattractive to him, how do you think he feels about you being almost at the 600-pound range? If he's not attracted to women who are over 200 pounds, he's certainly not going to be into women who are super, super, super morbidly obese. It's just not going to happen. You are not his type. You never have been his type. The only thing that he likes about you is your money. And you know it too. That's the sad thing. You know it. BB says, okay, cutie, turn down the slimming filters. You can see the difference from her Miss Skinny Legend pic on left. She's twice her size again on the right. Filter fail. All right, so let's look at the comparison. So here she is with the skinny filter. And as you can see, that filter is working. It is working overtime with no coffee break. And, and it's not working here. It is not working here. Filter fail indeed. Aw, from Yog, I love you, little friend. So this monkey loves the deer. They're good friends. That's sweet. Florida Salt and Sass says, a dude that you repeatedly told us loves your body and is so turned on by you isn't going to suggest back alley weight loss surgery. No, he isn't. But he did. He did. He suggested it. Maybe he's suggesting her the surgery because he wants her to slow down with the eating. And he's afraid that his pay pig is going to pass away early. He's just trying to keep her alive just a little bit longer. He's trying to stop her from eating. But even if she got the surgery, y'all, even if she made it on and off the table, it's not going to fix her food problem. Her food problem is up here. There's no surgeon in the world that can cut the addiction out of her head. That requires therapy. So even if she got the surgery, even if she had the finest surgeon in the world and the safest hospital known to man, it's not going to stop her addiction to food. He needs to understand that. Surgery is not going to fix everything. It just won't. And even if she got surgery, she would just make herself sick. If she had staples in her stomach, she would bust them all out. She'd be right back in the hospital. And as I understand it, Syria doesn't have the best medical care right now because it is a war-torn country and there's a lot of things not available. So suggesting for her to get surgery in the back of an alley in a clinic, dude, no. Unless you've got very bad plans for Chantal, and that's why you suggested that. Anyway, so let's check in on her live stream and see what she has to say. And if she gets boring, I will fast forward her with no issue. Let's do this.
Hello, meowsers. Kate, what's up, girl? Charlotte, Nikki, Rudo, Anna. Oh, Angela, that's too bad.
You know, can I just say before we get started, you know what I'm waiting for? You know what's going to be really interesting? I'm waiting for the 21st. When is the 21st? Let me see. Okay, so YouTube payday is going to be on the Monday for those of us in the United States. For Chantal, it's going to be on Tuesday. Her YouTube payday is on Tuesday on the 22nd. I am waiting to see what happens for her on the 22nd. Why? Because I'm wondering how Salah's going to feel when she gets her YouTube paycheck and that sucker is tiny. It's as small as his baby carrot. I don't know, Chantal. I don't know if you lied to the man, if you lied about the money that you said you were going to get, but if you lied to him and if you promised him money and then you get your check and you don't deliver and he finds out that you lied, he's going to lose his mind. He will. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe nothing will happen. But if you lie to him about the money you're going to be getting from YouTube, and then he finds out that you lied, he's not going to be happy. You might want to be careful. I'm just saying. So I'm waiting for the 21st or the 22nd for her. We'll see what happens after the 22nd.
I didn't see the news yet about that. Judy, hello. I'm pre-mod. Hold on one sec. Sorry, guys. Is it better? It's because I had to leave for a minute to fix the YouTube stitch, so that's why. What's new, guys? This lighting is not the best. I know. You ordered chilies?
I don't know what those notifications are about. Y'all hear that sound coming from her phone. I don't know if that's notifications from people sending her emails or text messages, or if that's notifications from PayPal. But she gets a lot of them during the stream.
Yes. Mahaba. Hello, Superboy. Maxine. Love the lip color.
See, there it goes again. Who's texting you, Chantal? Who's sending you stuff?
It's just a lip gloss. But thank you, Maddie. Okay, Nicole, no problem. I had cheese today. Oh yeah, so our neighbors made us. They brought us some food. They made. Do you know bulgur?
I have to wonder if the reason why the neighbors are bringing over so much food to Chantal is she telling people that she's pregnant. Is that why they're bringing over food to her? It doesn't matter though if she's telling people that she's pregnant or not. Chantal, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, Chantal, if the neighbors are bringing over your food and you're not reciprocating in kind, it's a bad look. Especially if you're in a neighborhood or you're in an area where people are going to notice all of the takeout food, all the takeout containers, the different things coming in and out of the house, the fact that you're buying fans, the fact that you're getting solar panels. I mean, you've got so much stuff in your house right now that people could steal. And I'm not accusing the Syrian people of anything. I'm sure there's wonderful people there. But you know what I'm saying. As I said, you are a person that you require a lot to be comfortable and to be happy. Things that over in Syria might be considered luxuries. So if people in that neighborhood notice you getting those luxuries and bringing those luxuries into your home, and they're coming over offering you food, and you're not offering anything in return, and you're acting stingy, that's a bad look. That's going to create a lot of bad feelings.
It's like, hey, dog pause. It was like kind of like a fried rice, but like Arab style, I guess, with bulgur, which is very nutritious. Good, Lulu. Yep, I like it. I like being with my family and around nice people and not like, stalkers. Hecate, Foodie gonna find some cheese. I had some cheese actually. I had like za'atar and cheese.
Nobody cares about cheese. No one.
Fatar kind of thing. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got my notice were on. Teardrop. So yes, they brought us dinner. So it was like bulgur with like chickpeas and spices and chicken, and then they brought us mahalabia, which is like a pudding type of thing. It's really delicious. Anyways, I've talked about it before. So then after dinner, we washed the plates and filled them with fresh fruits and nuts and some other sweets that we had here, and we gave it to them. Because Salon went and bought some fruits today.
Cheap. That's all you could manage with fruit and nuts and candy. You couldn't give them any food in return. Cheap.
Hello, hey Michelle, YouTube lover. sauerkraut. Oh my. 7 days. Can it explode or something like that when you're fermenting foods? I can't remember. Sorry to hear that, Mimi. Salamat. I hope you feel better. Yeah, bulgur is really good. It's pouring rain. It's really hot today. I didn't take pics of the dinner. No, I forgot to. After I was halfway through, I was like, darn, I should have took a pic. No, I ate.
And I'm going to take this all with a grain of salt because we all remember rule number one. Rule number one, Chantal lies. Rule number two, she tells on herself. Before the rule two, there's always rule one. So you got to take everything she says with a grain of salt. How do we know that this incident that she's talking about actually happened? The neighbors actually came over and gave her food. She's trying to paint this picture of people in the neighborhood are welcoming her. Honestly, I don't see why they would. She's not the nicest person. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about the Syrian people, but she's a stranger to them. And if there are food shortages, like a lot of people having trouble getting food, and food is expensive, why would they give food to her? So I'm questioning the authenticity of this story. It sounds kind of made up. It really does. I unless I see proof, I don't believe her.
That's a lot. That's a lot of nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of nuts in the cuisine here, boobies. It's really, you know, they're healthy and filling. Hey, Ned girl, like wheat germ. No, it's not wheat. Is bulgur wheat? Oh, bulgur is a wheat, I think. No, not like wheat germ. It's like little. It looks like rice almost. Hey, Brooke. Are the neighbors well off? I don't really know their full financial situation, but even if people don't have much, they share. They like to share, So
Well, you're going to become very unpopular very quickly if people in the neighborhood start talking to each other and they start comparing notes about you. And if the neighbors start talking and they say to each other, I went to her house and I gave her some food and I didn't get much back. Well, hey, guess what? I had the same experience. And I noticed she had fans and solar panels. Obviously, she's got a little bit of money. So you might become very unpopular very quickly when the neighbors start talking to each other and they figure out how stingy and cheap you are.
and yes, we share a lot as well. Maxine, hello. It's just the culture here. Red Room, hello. Nice exchange sounds so community oriented. Yes. Yeah. It is, yeah.
And Chantal, I'm thinking of something right now that I saw a while ago, and I will always remember. It was like a meme or something online, and there were words on it. And the word said, "Some people are so broke, all they have is money." That is so you. Some people are so broke, all they have is money. Because you are the walking, talking personification of the old saying, money doesn't buy happiness. You try to buy happiness with money, but yet, despite all the money you've made in your time on YouTube, you're still not happy. You're very, very unhappy. You're so broke, all you have is money. You don't have an abundance of anything else. You don't have an abundance of friends or people to hang out with or love or kindness or contacts in the community. You're so broke, all you got is money. And money can disappear rather quickly.
Hey, Jacinta. Mahalabia is a dessert. Yeah, it's like a milky. It's like a pudding made with milk, and I don't know what else is in it. Nuts, like pistachio, rose water, almost like a rice pudding. Thanks, Jacinta. Yeah, I'm good. Excuse mirror. Lip gloss? Yeah. It's like a light color. Yeah, Larry, it's so hot here too.
Stop complaining about the heat. It's getting old. It's really getting old. Every day you complain about the same things. I'm hot. I'm tired. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. We don't care. We really don't care. You can't complain about something if you flew thousands of miles to be part of something, knowing what it was going to be like. If you know what something is going to be like and you go there anyway, can you really complain? No. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. No. So stop complaining about the heat. And Chantal, I just showed that clip on Twitter. Girl, you can get a nice place in Syria for about $700, $800 a month. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, if they're gonna do like a address upgrade, y'all, it probably won't happen until after YouTube payday. It might happen then. She might just be sitting on her heels until she gets her YouTube paycheck, unless that YouTube paycheck is rather spotty. We'll see though. We'll see on the 22nd what happens.
So that's why I'm in the fan as usual. You opened kimchi that hissed. Excuse me. We have a new fridge. So we have a new fridge, but because of the electric, we don't.
Does that even make sense? We have a new fridge. Okay. You have a new fridge, but what about the electric problem? You got a new fridge, but you still got to deal with the electricity being off most of the day.
Don't want to risk it draining the battery. So we're only going to use during the day, like in the early morning, I'm going to turn it on, put a bunch of water bottles in the freezer, and then we have to turn the fridge off at maybe 6 p.m.
So you bought an entire fridge just to freeze water in water bottles? Okay.
And yeah, just put the bottles in the fridge and they should be okay overnight. A bowl of fruit earlier. Yeah, we got some fruit, some fresh fruits. We got some plums. Okay, got some plums, pineapple, cantaloupe, peaches, really good peaches.
So no good Charlie is asking the same question that I'm asking right now. No good Charlie said, "Are you just going to use the fridge for water?"
And some little apples that are sweet though. They're not sour. Julia's okay. Where is she?
Oh, hi.
She's right here.
Baby. Baby. Chantal, Julia's back there because she doesn't want to be bothered. And I'm just going to insert this in here. I could be wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong. But if it's really hot in the house, based on where Julia is at right now, this is what I'm thinking. To me, this looks like Julia's really hot. And she's trying to find a cool spot in the house where the temperature is a bit lower. So she's located behind the chair or the couch, and notice she's laying on the tile floor. Like she's trying to regulate her body heat by laying on that tile floor because the tile floor is a bit cooler.
Oh, what do you do? I think she likes it there because it's cool.
Yep, absolutely. And think about what you did. You and Salah taking off in the car and leaving her behind in the house with no AC, saying, "Oh, she'll be fine." Chantal, if you're in a house and you're overheating as a person, imagine what an animal goes through, especially if they are an animal that they have long fur. Imagine being in a hot environment and you're essentially wearing a fur coat you can't take off. How hot you're going to get and how quickly.
Thank you, No Sugar. Are you learning more Arabic? Yeah, actually, a little bit more. It's good to have friendly relations with neighbors, yes. Do they have.
And there are things that Foodie could do to cool down Julia to make sure she doesn't overheat. She could get a washcloth or a cloth and just wet it down with some water and rub it over Julia's fur, and then that will cool her down. I mean, it's all kind of, get some ice, get some packs of ice and put them out for Julia to lay on, or put some ice water out for her to drink. There's a lot of things she could do if she cared for Julia.
Have gravy mix? I don't know, Veronica. But you know what? I can just make gravy with flour, bouillon.
You're not going to do that. If you're not going to wipe down a counter, if you're not going to have a clean cooking space, you're not going to cook.
You have gravy. New fridge bees.
The only time that Foodie cooks food is when she can't have her fast food. Y'all remember back in Kuwait? She would eat fast food until her money started to get low. And then that's when she would attack the groceries in the house and she would eat whatever was there, waiting for her YouTube paycheck to show up.
At least it's clean. Yeah. I'm gonna try to clean that Arab toilet, like the squat style toilet. I don't know. There's like a, I don't know. I don't use it, so it's not me. But there's an odor that was coming from it. Remember yesterday? I didn't show you guys the Western bathroom, but whatever. So I think I'll pour some bleach and some like perfume and some soap.
You know, I am not a plumber, but you do have Salah there. Can you not ask Salah, hey, what's going on with this toilet? Why does it smell so bad? And is there anything that I could do to fix the smell? Is it safe to toss bleach and chemicals down the pipes? I will be asking questions before you start tossing bleach and stuff down the pipes. You might be damaging something.
Just like everything that's good scented I can find. Sweet apples, strawberries, honeydew, melon, and green grapes. Yummy. Yummy. My poor Jack outside is so hot. I keep putting ice in his water. Yeah. It's so hot for it is for everyone. Keep cool, guys.
Yeah, Pa says, girl, don't mix bleach with anything. Yeah, like she's over there mixing chemicals up. That can be deadly.
Poor Jack. It's so awesome you take care of him, even though he's an outdoor cat, though. And yeah, you tune in here. Thanks to Yo Mama, I knew to tune in here. Oh, is Yo Mama live? I haven't even checked YouTube who's live or not. They'll make mustard gas.
Yeah, Gabrielle says, is it a septic tank? Like I don't know how the plumbing and stuff works over in Syria. Is it a septic tank? Is it hooked to a septic system per se, or do you need to empty the tank every so often? I don't know.
Okay, can you? Oh yeah, can you mix bleach with perfumes? I don't even know. I better look it up. Don't make mustard gas. You look like you were dry heating. Yes. I don't know if it's the heat, but like I'm super sensitive right now to like gross things. So that just
You say that, and yet you're allowing your kitchen to be filthy. You've been there for almost a week, and your kitchen is filthy. So you're sensitive to things that smell bad and look bad, but yet your kitchen is nasty. And you're not doing anything to fix that. You're not promoting a clean environment. So, what?
just grossed me right out. Hey, Italian. Oh no, really? An Arab, not Arab, like Arab style, like the traditional style toilets, I should say.
Gabrielle Washburn says, if it's a septic, don't put bleach down the toilet. Nope.
Hello, lurking here. A scented lid, dollies. Jacinta, hi. I love to see you safe and sound. Oh, thank you, Jacinta. Thank you for the super chat and for the kindness. You're always so nice. Thank you. Um, if it's septic, don't put bleach down the toilet. Oh, I better look it up first. Yeah, you're right. Cheeseburgers, a squat
It might be a septic tank that has to be emptied every so often. Maybe it's full.
toilet. Yeah. Did you have to adjust to the water? Just
Or, you know what? Thinking about it, again, I'm not there, but if it's a more old fashioned septic system, maybe it smells strongly right now because of the heat. The smell might be intense right now because of the heat.
just like the availability of water, mostly. It's hot today. Very hot. Hey, Liz. Lavisa. Salah's okay. He's just resting. He's very tired.
Oh, we're going back to that again. We're doing that again. We're doing the Kuwait Salah's always busy or always asleep thing again. I see nothing has changed.
We had a busy day today, just doing errands and things like that, life stuff. So, yeah, so I can't wait to just unwind and don't mix chemicals. Maybe if I just put like the really good scented hand soap, some water. I don't know. We've never used it, so I don't know. Probably the septic that smells a bit.
You're supposed to be married. You're supposed to have a husband. He can speak with people. You can't go to him and say, "Hey, Salah, what's going on with this toilet? Why does it smell so bad? Is there anything we can do to fix this?" He can't tell you what can be done or ask the neighbors or people in the community what could be done about this problem. I mean, you guys are two people. You guys can't think your way around a problem and figure out a solution.
It's all coming together though. Yeah, Katie, inshallah. Bing bong. Lemon. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what the sewage system is like. Anatolia, the admiration I have for you for doing these sorts of things is actually amazing. You do whatever the heck you want, ma'am. Thank you, Anatolia. I appreciate that. I had bulgur and chicken and chickpeas for dinner. Is the heat making you grouchy? Actually, it's mostly just being tired. I'm just tired.
We don't care. You can be tired. We don't care.
That makes me like, ugh. I took one of my brain pills because I can feel myself starting to feel a bit irritable. That's what happens, like in any country. There's pumps that increase the water pressure. Oh, really, Italian? I am gonna film Stinky Person. It's just that right now we're just kind of like busy adjusting to life. It's like really
Chantal, you've been there a week. How long do you need? Seriously, how long do you need to adjust to life there?
tiring. So
Or maybe you're trying to figure out what you can get away with in Syria, what scams you could pull, what things you could film without getting into trouble yet again. Maybe you're still trying to figure out the smaller details of walking the line so you don't end up in jail.
but inshallah, we will do some touristy things tomorrow.
And by the way, Chantal, do you understand? Are you aware that since you're in Syria, you really shouldn't be monetizing your content in Syria? You're breaking the law. You do realize that, right? By doing the live streams in Syria, you are breaking the law, which can get you in potential trouble with Syria, but also you're taking a big risk because YouTube could, yank your channel away from you because you are breaking TOS right now.
You know,
Like you're doing illegal content.
but I don't think it's good to make a surface too sterilized. Yeah, I love using bleach. I bleach the whole normal, like the Western bath. I don't know what to call it, just the bathroom, I guess. Because there's two here, but we don't use the one, so we don't use TP. So I'm not sure about
Wait, what? Say that again. What'd you say?
into life. It's like really tiring. So, but inshallah, we will do some touristy things tomorrow. You know, I use bleach, but I don't think it's good to make a surface too sterilized. Yeah, I love using bleach. I bleach the whole normal, like the Western bath. I don't know what to call it, just the bathroom, I guess. Because there's two here, but we don't use the one, so we don't use TP. So I'm not sure about flushing it, but I'm sure if you filled enough water in the tank, you probably could.
I thought I heard that. I just want to make sure. She's not using toilet paper, y'all. And I don't think she has a bidet there in Syria. So how is she cleaning her backside? You know what? I don't even want to know. Let's keep going. I don't want that visual in my head.
Aw, really, Mimi? That's sad. Juice. Look at her. Juice.
Chantal, stop bothering the cat. Leave her alone. If she wants your attention, she'll come and get it. Leave that poor baby alone. She is there behind you for a reason. She is hot. She's trying to find a cool spot to stay cool until it gets to be about evening. Leave her be.
We do
Leave her alone. Get your hoof off of her,
here.
jerk.
Shaving cream? Really? Things will work out for you too. You
There we go. Dan Da says shave her. She's too hot. Yeah, give her a lion's cut. Help that poor baby out. 90, 100-degree heat in the house. She's hot. She's a long haired cat. She's hot. Salah needs to go take her and get a lion's cut. That would help a lot with her staying cool. But no, Chantal's selfish. She ain't gonna do it.
guys are strong people. I admire that. Thank you, Teardra. You look like a rock star streaming till 9 a.m. The daily life activities would be nice to see. I know. A lot of them are just
And I'm going to point this out also. So when Chantal did this live stream, it was 11 o'clock at night. Cats are normally nocturnal. They are more active at night. I know because I got Queen Booger. She's more active at night. It's just what they do. It is cat hours. But if Julia is laying down on that tile floor and she's not moving, there's a reason. Normally about 11 o'clock, 12, she's probably up and running around and getting the zoomies. But if she is glued to that tile floor, she's hot. She's hot. And if Chantal cared, she would get a washcloth, get some water on it, at least rub down her fur to where it's, a little bit wet. And that way, when the fan is blowing on her fur, it'll cool her down. But no, she's not doing nothing.
just really kind of private K2, but I'll try to do
And here's another. Anatola says you should shave Julia.
what I can.
Delulu girl says you should shave her down. People in the chat are telling her, why don't you shave Julia?
Like once I get into a more of a routine. Like whipped cream. Georgia girl? Does Julia like Syria? As far as I know. Cools off at night, you should go for a walk. We were gonna go for a walk to the park, but
You weren't going to walk in the park. The last thing that Salah wants is for you to be out there in the public with him, making a spectacle of yourself, bringing in more attention than he wants. He's in Syria now with you, and you stick out even more. And he's mortified being out in public with you. Why do you think he suggested the weight loss surgery? Although his way of thinking is wrong. Him thinking that a surgeon's knife is going to cut out the addiction out of you is wrong. It's not gonna. But he suggested this back alley surgery. He doesn't want to be seen in public with you.
We're just so tired. They aren't fast acting. Whenever you first initially start taking them,
Ma'am, if you're taking antidepressants, and I've read up on this, I've studied, I've done my homework, for any antidepressant to work, you have to take it on a regular schedule. And sometimes it takes weeks for the effect of whatever it is you're taking to start to kick in. It's not immediate. Your body has to go through an adjustment period. So you just popping one in your mouth and thinking that's all you have to do? No, you have to take your medication on a regular schedule for it to do anything. Your problem is you don't take your meds the way you're supposed to.
it takes like a few weeks to get into your system. But if
There it
you've
is.
had them in for years and you miss a few days and you take it, yeah, it might take a couple days, but not that long.
Sure, Chantal, sure.
Baking soda, yeah, and white vinegar, the volcano effect, isn't it? Favorite Syrian dessert? I don't know the names of them. I only remember the names from Kuwait, but Mahalabia was so good. Hey, Tracy. Just a lot of errands, cowpot. Hey, Jack. So it's 11 p.m. here. Thanks, soldier girl.
Why is she acting like she and Salah get in the car and go riding around town doing stuff all day? You know that if he does errands, he does them without Foodie. It's much easier for him to get stuff done without her than with her.
I'm taking escitalopram, Cypralex. Hey, clear focus. Now taking insulin.
Okay, so Dolly is pointing this out about the squat toilets and Julia and bleach. Dolly says, please don't put bleach in the squat toilet being so low in the floor that Julia gets in there and it's not good, hun. Never use bleach around pets, only flush normal toilets. So, one thing about cats and bleach, cats go crazy for the smell of bleach. Oh, they go wild. I don't know what it is about bleach, but you got to be careful about cleaning anything with bleach. Cats are very attracted to the smell of bleach. I can't figure it out, but there's something about the smell of bleach that cats like.
I don't know. It's weird. My blood sugars are a bit lower than when I was taking insulin, but I think it's because when I was on the insulin, I was still um, very overeating. I don't like to say the B word because of you two being finicky about that, but I was still, very much overeating. Like the things I would eat, you guys.
Man, stop. You are minimizing what you do and what you keep doing. You say overeating because that's a much milder way of looking at things, but what you're doing on YouTube is not mild. You are be eating to an extreme degree. Let's not mince words here. Let's not beat around the bush. If you're going to do it, then say you did it. Come right out and say it. Don't lie about it. Don't try to minimize the problem. It is what it is. You get on YouTube and you do the bee eating and you do it for profit. And you get people around you that enable you and they fund you and they encourage you. Not every beezer is like that. Not every beezer is funding your addiction, but there are a lot that do. And it's up to YouTube to keep it going or shut it down but you know what you're doing and why. So stop lying.
You guys would just be like, what the heck? How is that even humanly possible? So of course, no matter what, how much insulin I take, it's gonna my blood sugars are gonna be horrible. So I find
Yeah, she's over there eating candy bars, eating sweets, and she doesn't have her insulin. She's over there carb loading without her insulin.
here like I give my body a break and let it digest food, and I eat more natural food. Like I just eat less too.
And again, this is an indicator. Whenever she starts talking about health and saying, "Oh, I'm going to give my body a break, I'm going to eat more healthy food," that's usually an indicator that she's had a major B moment, like she's gone too far and she knows it. The health moment always comes after a major B moment. Always. You're right on time, Foodie. We watched you have a B moment twice in one day. You had that huge meal, and then later on that night, you were doing it again with all the snack foods at 2 a.m. when Salah was asleep. I told y'all, she was sneak eating. She waited until he went to sleep, and then she was raiding the cupboards. He probably got up the next morning and said, "Where did all the food go? This was supposed to last you for at least a few days. Where did it all go?"
So hey, Monique. Yeah, the fan annoys my eyes. I'm okay right now though. Excuse me. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it was probably 38 today. I think it was hot, but between the fans and the car AC. Hey, Tanya. Like when I'm here, I don't wear all this, so it helps. When I'm in my hijab and fully dressed, it's worse. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I keep my hair up. We have roosters. Kevin already started. It's only 11.
Go, Kevin, go. Y'all, Kevin's on the watch. Kevin's there for us. Kevin the rooster is girl world adjacent. He is crow trolling her right now. I love it. Keep up the good work, Kevin. We support you. Girl world loves you, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why I take several showers a day because I have to.
No, you don't. You don't take several showers a day. Because if you did, all the water in the water tank would be gone and all the neighbors would complain. You don't like water anyway, Chantal. You don't like bathing. Even when you were back in Canada and when you were in Kuwait, you barely took showers. You would go days without taking a shower. And even when you took a shower, we remember how you showered back in Canada. You wouldn't go in the shower and soap yourself up and spend another a good 15, 20 minutes, washing your hair, doing the body wash and all that stuff. You will get in there and just let the water drip on you and then get out. That's your idea of a shower.
Someone my size and covered up all day, and with this heat, yeah, you have to. The cold showers are so nice. Our neighbor brought her leftovers to my husband. She even knows he's a pig. Oh my gosh. You probably loved that, huh? What was it? A Kasori kettle. Remember I had some sponsorships by Kasori? Hey, Natalie.
What was that? Say that again. You winked at the camera. What'd you do? What happened?
To my husband, she even knows he's a pig. Oh my gosh. You probably loved that, huh? What was it? A Kasori kettle. Remember I had some sponsorships by Kasori? Hey,
She keeps winking at the camera. Remember, I had some sponsorships? Wink, wink. Are you suggesting for people to send you PayPal money, but you can't say it outright? Is that what you're doing?
Natalie. I'm not like living here as a resident, but I'm staying here right now. I seem nauseous? How can you seem nauseous? Yeah, my CPAP. Yeah, the electric is working a lot better. Hey, SB. Just because I was busy, we were busy all day, so I only had time now. Take a long, cool bath with a book. Uh,
Erica Sandwall says you can't be a resident there. No, she's a tourist. And I've heard that she has to register within 15 days. Just to let Syria know that she's there within 15 days.
Actually, the tub is really big. Really big. So, can we sing a little Shakira? Wherever, wherever, we're meant to
Please don't sing. Y'all in the chat, what's wrong with you? Don't make her sing.
continue to sponsor. I did a couple of videos for them on like a couple of electronics. When you gagged in the bathroom with the smell. Yeah, but it wasn't from us. We never even used that one. That's the traditional bathroom. The Western one is the one we use, which is, I didn't show you guys it, but yeah, there's, I don't know what it was, but there was something. And actually, the smell is not really it's not really that strong today. So I don't know what it was, but I'm going to try to fix it. Anyways, Thanks, Katie. Thank you. Soil in the toilet? A bowl of cold water? Oh, yeah, with ice. Hey, Wilson. Thank you, Anatolia. Chantal, even having a long day, your makeup still looks beautiful. Bulgur wheat. Or maybe it wasn't bulgur. Maybe it was free.
Are we still talking about the rice? Can we get off that subject, please? Thank you.
Thanks, Tinkerbells. Yeah,
Oh, God. Carolina says, Yo Mama was just saying you and Salah are Jack and Rose. Canada was the lifeboat, but you jumped back into the water for Salah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Really? Comparing Salah and Foodie to Jack and Rose of the movie Titanic? Really? Really? Silly.
Frika is wheat too. Yeah, oh, really? Um, I haven't seen much of Syria yet. Like, I haven't seen like the touristy things. Your mama was just saying you and Salah are like Jack and Rose. Canada was the lifeboat, but you jumped back into the water for Salah. Well, to be fair, I never understood that scene.
Did you watch the movie? I understood it. I understood what was going on there. So, Rose, the Titanic Rose, not me, Rose, the Titanic Rose, she was on the boat with her family, with her mother, and Jack was still on the Titanic. So she was on the boat and she was safe. And the scene cut away to Jack and her fiance talking. And the fiance said, like, yeah, there's a boat for me, but there's not a boat for you, Jack. But Rose was sitting there looking up at Jack, and she remembered something that they had said to each other. If you jump, I jump. Because there was that scene in the beginning where she was wanting to jump off the Titanic And he said, well, if you jump in, I jump in after you. So in that moment, she remembered that saying, and she decided to get back on the Titanic because she did not want to be separated away from Jack. And then they found each other on the deck, and he's like, why'd you do that? It was so stupid. Why'd you do that? And she said, if you jump, I jump, right? And that's how everything played out. But you don't understand that scene where you go, I go, like we're in this together.
Oh, sorry, no sugar. Like, there was enough room on that door, I think. Don't you? Or the panel. It should.
Chantal, think about the circumstances of the Titanic. Okay, the boat is sunk. They're not just in water, they're in freezing water. There was only so much room on that piece of wood. It could only support so much weight. It couldn't support the weight of two people. That's why he froze to death. It wasn't that he drowned, that the water is ice cold, which leads to hypothermia, which leads to death.
Should be all night, Lydia, hopefully. Inshallah. So, like,
Like if you remember that scene in the Titanic, when the one boat was looking for survivors and there were people in the water, they were all frozen stiff, right? To get the attention of the boat, she had to get off the piece of wood, swim over to someone with a whistle and blow the whistle because she literally could not scream out for help.
move over a bit. Move shway. Hey, Zarok. You think it's too heavy? Nah, Jack was like, what, 100 pounds? He was a skinny little guy, starving, poor person, remember? So, get on the door. Apparently, that's what he said in the movie, so get on the door. I would love to visit Syria. I love to travel around to different countries, but you're so scared to come here, you mean, or to travel? If you come as a tourist here, it's a bit different. If you're living, it's a bit different. It's a lot different. He chose to sacrifice himself for her safety. Well, what? How can Salah do that? He told me not to come until.
Say that again. Say that one more time.
He chose to sacrifice himself for her safety. Well, what? How can Salah do that?
I thought you said that. How can Salah do that? So, are you looking for him to sacrifice something? Are you still in the mindset of, I made all this effort and I went through the journey that I decided to put myself on, by the way? Nobody forced me to go on this journey. Nobody forced me to be in Syria. I chose to do that. And why? Out of sheer loneliness and boredom. I'm going to travel from my home country of Canada, where I am perfectly safe and sound, and I'm going to go to Syria, where I know no one except Salah. I'm going to go there because I need to control that man. I want to take possession of that man. Salah told you, don't come here. Stay away. Give me at least 30 days to set things up because I know what you require and what you need when you go somewhere, Chantal. Give me time to get things together, but you weren't having it. He wanted you to keep sending the money, but to stay away because if you showed up, you were just going to make life 100 times harder than what it had to be. You, I'm sure, were on the phone telling him, if I'm not there, you're not getting any more of my money. You pretty much forced your way there. And he tried to warn you, this is not a safe place. It is hard here. It's going to be rough. You didn't listen. All you cared about was being next to him. So you did what you did to be next to him. So whatever suffering, whatever pain, whatever inconveniences, whatever heat you're having to deal with, you asked for it. You invited it when you didn't have to. You brought yourself there. And you're looking for some kind of sacrifice on his part. You're still rolling with those thoughts and that mentality of I showed up. So my cat should be grateful that I'm here. And my fake husband should be grateful that I'm here. They should be kissing my funkle feet all day long. That cat should be so grateful that she never leaves my side. You want Salah and Julia to worship you. You want trophies. You want applause over something that you chose to do. Because in your mind, you sacrificed, although you really didn't. You didn't sacrifice anything. You chose to give it up. There's a difference, Chantal, between sacrificing something and willingly giving something up,
He told me not to come until,
right? And you didn't listen because you're hard headed and you're stupid and stubborn. He told you, don't come over here. You didn't listen to him. So all this complaining and whining about, it's hot. It's so hot. Shut up. Shut up. He told you. He told you it was going to be hot. You didn't want to listen. So bake in the heat, I guess.
he was worried about me coming. Hey, Jen Marie. Hello.
He was probably also worried about himself with you coming. Looking around, everything going on in Syria, the food shortages, the water shortages, the electricity shortages, thinking about all that you need, all that you require, and probably asking himself the question, can she do the work that she needs to do to make money here in an environment that has so little? Is this doable, or is she going to have a fit? Is she going to have a temper tantrum? Can the environment provide for her?
Oh, marhaba. Justice for cats. Especially in Damascus where the security is much higher.
Cowpat says, then he suggested dangerous weight loss surgery. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That's really interesting. He told her, don't come here. If he didn't want her to come there, what he could have done was not tell her where he was at. Foodie would not have known where to find him unless he said exactly where he was at. And he said where he was at because he wanted her money. He could have stayed away. He chose not to. So he didn't want her there. But then he gave her the address and told her where he was. And then she arrived, and he's gone out, gotten her fast food, and then he's going to turn around and suggest weight loss surgery. Hey, Salah, you want her to lose weight? Stop bringing her the doggone fast food. She's not able to get the fast food. She can't get in the car and go get it herself. You want her to lose weight? Bring home the healthy food. Because she doesn't have access to the food on her own. She can't use her phone and use an app to get food. You don't bring it home, she can't eat it.
I think, no, not really, Karina. It's not back alley weight loss surgery. He thinks it's safe, so I don't know. People have had it here. That's why, because there's a girl we know, a lady we know. She had it done, and she lost a lot of weight.
Who do you know that's had that kind of surgery that it was safe? What's that person's name? Is it a TikToker? Who do you know? You're saying a blanket statement. Who do you know that's had back alley surgery and they were fine? And also think about your health, Chantal. Was that other person, is she the same as you? Was she close to 600 pounds? Did she have an enlarged heart? Did she have a heart murmur? Did she have a non alcoholic fatty liver disease? Extreme fatty liver? Did she have all those health problems? I doubt that she did.
And she knows the doctor, so that's who she was in contact with. Are there any sodas? Yes. Some brands I don't recognize, but like they have Pepsi. They have Pepsi.
And I got to tell y'all, the fact that Salah actually had the stones to get with Chantal and tell her, hey, you know what? Why don't you get weight loss surgery? That should tell y'all how his attitude is shifting in Syria. He never would have suggested that before, but he's suggesting it in Syria now. Why? It could be because he's mortified by the way she looks. He doesn't want to be seen with her. He's not into bigger women. Or maybe he's concerned that the way she's eating, she'll be bedbound soon, or perhaps even worse. Like she's going to eat herself into a hospital if there isn't even a hospital that will take her. He's trying to slow down his piggy bank from getting so big that something happens to her. Like he wants to keep her around for a lot longer. And he knows at the pace in which she eats, uh, she's hurting herself more and more. He's trying to slow her down to make her more profitable for him.
Hey, pickle face. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think there would be. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody really knows the situation here. All they see is what the Western news tells you. That's it. You don't know. Like there's like a whole other side of Syria that's not. There's universities, there's hospitals, there's like, you know.
Yeah, but you know what, Chantal? Even if you lived in a nice part of Syria, like a really nice part, you've got to be careful as a YouTuber what you're filming, what you're showing. You didn't grow up there. You don't have a guide. You don't have anybody who's going to point out, okay, you filming over here is okay and filming over here is not okay. You don't know what buildings are government buildings. You don't even have a work permit. You don't have a work permit to be working over there, to be doing content and doing live streams. You don't have a work visa. You're doing illegal content. So is it safe to show things? No.
Oh, like, yeah, I'm not getting surgery because I don't feel like I'll need it. Like I feel like, you know, just the lifestyle will have me losing weight.
I seriously doubt that, Chantal. You've not even been there for a week and you're already having a B moment on camera. Nothing has changed. You're in Syria, but despite the fact that you're in Syria and there are food and water and resource shortages, nothing has changed. It might be entirely possible that you're in Syria with all of the food shortages going on and you'll still gain weight.
I will show you. I've only been here 6 days or seven, like not even what,
Yeah, not even 6 days and you're already having B moments and broadcasting them.
7 days. Not even. I got here on the 2nd of July. Propaganda, exactly.
And y'all beezers, y'all need to stop lying to her. Look, she's been there for less than a week. She said it herself just a minute ago. She said, I've been here for less than a week. And y'all over there blowing her head up, lying to her, saying, you look like you've lost weight already. That's not possible. She's not been there long enough to lose weight. And please keep in mind, she is using heavy duty filters, okay? Y'all can see the evidence right here. Look, we got the skin smoothing filter on the face to smooth out her skin texture. You got the bigger eye filter because her eyes are really small, all right? Like she's using the contour filter on her face. And she's using body filters as well. She's got the slimming filter for her body. That's why she looks like she's lost weight. It's not because she's honestly lost weight, it's because the doggone filters.
Yep. Yep. When they start pinching, I'll have to do spinal surgery. It's scary. Oh no, sorry to hear that. That's really crappy. 1200 is a little, yeah. That's a lot of money for them though. Like doctors probably don't get paid. It's, not the West. They don't get paid as much as Western doctors. So that would be a lot of money for them. Never believe.
I'm sorry, this is just my opinion. There are many things in life you can bargain hunt on. And I support that. I support a good bargain. But one thing you should never, ever bargain on, it's your own body. Never go cheap for that. It'll always come back and bite you in the butt. Never go cheap on your own body.
You need to do your own research. Exactly. Every single place I visited has not been as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, they do. Um, I'm gonna try to vlog what I can. Great goat. Yeah, true. The whole world is scary right now. Middle Eastern recipes. I don't know if I'll. Yeah, maybe like when we move. Yeah, I am tired. Like I said, we were out all day.
Doubt that.
Come, come see mom. Yeah.
I don't think she was out all day because if she was out all day, she'd be knocked out right now. She'd be tired and going to sleep.
Syria, no. That's not something. But I do know a couple people who.
So why are you up late today, Chantal? It's 11 o'clock where you are. Why are you up late? Are you waiting for like 2 a.m. so you can raid the kitchen again?
Did do it. Thank you. I think there's some luxury hotels in Syria. Yeah, there's a couple of 5-star hotels. Yeah, I think there's a four. What is it? Four Seasons. There's like a very ritzy one. Nothing happened. Eggs on legs. I'm tired, basically. Hey, Alicia. Thank you, Justice for Cats. Show us a little. Can I get one of those couch cushions? Yeah, I have my CPAP on all the time.
Okay, here's an interesting comment. Egg on leg says not taking your insulin is going to cause major damage to your organs. Make choices like these with the doctor's guidance. Chantal hasn't seen a doctor in a long time. Long time.
I see your westernized Syrians vlogging. Their lives are completely normal in Damascus compared to what you've told us. It's quite interesting. Oh, really? I haven't seen anything. I've seen, like, the ones that I've seen vlogging in Damascus, they still lose power. People who reach for absolutely anything, no matter how small, to ridicule you about not mentioning names. But we know who they are out there. Yeah. Let them talk. Like I said, let them read. I don't care. There's a Four Seasons. He probably did stay there. Or Bait Saffron. Yeah. They're very expensive. Tracy! 40 months. I love you and wish you nothing but the best. Thank you, Tracy. My new video. Really? Can anyone else see it? Hey, Angela. Mark Weens, yeah. Thank you, Vegas doll. Craving anything? No. It's weird. I don't know. But it has a lot of views, so people must be watching it.
Look at the Beezers. Well, bless your little hearts, Beezers. You think that by snitching on whoever's sniping that you're going to get extra points with Foodie. Y'all are so adorable. There's Teardrop. They are stream sniping. No, ma'am. They are re-streaming. Stream sniping is for gamers. Before you accuse somebody of something, make sure you know what this something is, Teardrop. It's re-streaming. And re-streaming on YouTube is not against the terms of service. No matter how much Chantal hates that, that's the truth. There's nothing she can do about the stream sniping. Not a doggone thing. Nope. So y'all stop trying to snitch on the reaction channels, thinking you're getting somewhere and you're doing something. You're not.
But I don't have a Syrian account. I have not gone out to eat at a restaurant yet, no. Country in the summer. Any heat in the summer. But, I mean, I had my AC installed in Canada.
Yeti says, "Do you have Cash App? Can you get it in Syria?" No, because as I understand it, those who are in Canada can't do the Cash App. You can't. So wah wah, no Cash App, not for
So
Foodie.
you still have to install your own, like it doesn't come with it. True, maybe. Damascus vlog. Yes, I'm gonna do lots of them. I just need to, you know. I can't. My eyes.
She wonders why her eyes are always itching anymore, and she forgets that she's got the fan blowing on her face. That's going to dry out your eyes, Foodie. Your eyes are going to get dried out just because of that. And you got to think about the dust in the air because you haven't cleaned the house and the sand that's being blown into your poor eyes. I mean, figure it out.
Chubby bum. Yeah, I have access to PayPal.
Of course, she's going to mention that. Yes, I have access to PayPal. Can you send me something? I need some snacks.
I have to get you some eye drops, girly. Ugh. It just makes them water the fan. No. She's cute. Thank you. The power at your office went out. Do you have allergies? I do have allergies, yeah. Thanks, Lauren. Eating less. I'm sleeping more than you, babe. I know, I'm coming, hon, to sleep. Because we have to get up early again tomorrow, so I'll try to vlog.
SB says, "That's fine, but why don't you explain what you did? You don't have to show us." Right. She claims that I'm busy. We were busy today. Okay, so you were busy. What exactly did you do? No explanation? Nothing? You're just going to do a Hallmark card kind of statement that can apply to anything and nothing at all? Usually, when people say, "Yeah, I had a busy day today," they can tell you exactly what they did. I did this and this and this and this and this until about this time at night, and then I went home and I had dinner. She can't do that.
Vlog tomorrow. And, you know, why don't you explain what you did? Because it's personal stuff. That's why. The fan gives me the vibes to sleep. Yeah. She's so chill.
I feel so bad for Julia. I know she's boiling in that house. And Chantal's not trying to help her feel better.
My foot, not really that swollen right now, actually. And people are like, it's not. It's if your feet are. It's your heart is on the left side, not the right side. So
It doesn't matter, Chantal. What point are you trying to make here? What? Your feet are swollen. They look like blown up surgical gloves. They shouldn't look like that. That would be very concerning. You're in a place where the healthcare is not the best right now. And your feet look like that. But hey, if you don't care, I don't care. Do what you want to do.
if your foot is really swollen on the left, it's more of a concern. But my feet, for like as long as I can remember, always swell if I sit too long or if it's really hot.
Well, you do nothing but seal.
It always happens. And then when I sleep, when my feet are up in the morning, they're fine. Get you some sleep sugar, pa.
It's up to you to go to the doctor and ask the doctor, why am I retaining so much fluid in my feet? You're not asking the right questions. You don't care enough. You just want to complain and gripe about your health.
That's sad. If that's your daily goal, you need help. Like, I don't know what to say. Those long flights are rough on the healthy. Yeah, they are rough. I don't think people know how rough it is. This was like a 2-day journey.
You want a cookie? It took you 2 days to get there. Again, you chose to make the journey. Therefore, you get no pity.
You have one that swells more than the other. I don't know if I could get that here, Nicole. Yeah, my feet are up right now. Samyang is better. You fine? I don't find. I find Samyang too spicy. Thanks, Vegas. Really, Tiffany? Aw. Yeah, maybe it's the side of your heart, so. Because the fan is blowing in my eyes. That's why they're watery. That block was coming. Yeah, I'm just getting rid of, like, I don't know, people that annoy me now that I just don't. I've not had my open heart surgery yet. Oh, really? I thought you did. Aw, delaying. I'm not surprised. It's too bad. Well, I hope you're okay. Saber, have you ever had the box mac and cheese?
You know what? I don't even care. Whatever she's got to say right now, I don't even care. I keep tuning her out. Like she's got that monotone voice. She's talking really softly. There's the sound of the fan. I'm like, I'm falling asleep listening to you, Chantal. So we'll just end it here. I'm done. I am done, everybody. I'm through with this. She's not raging. She's not doing anything particularly interesting. So let's just get out of here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.